rockstars and metalheads, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about a touchy subject that's going to piss everybody off, and I'm also all for it because I get off to pissing people off. And that touchy subject is abortion. Woohoo! Yay! I can already smell all the angry people running to the comments and typing their little feelings. Well, guess what? Just listen to what I gotta say, okay? Just watch the whole video and then you can comment, okay, bitch? Because there's no point in commenting when you don't even know what I'm gonna say. One more thing I just want to put out there, and I know it's gonna piss all the men off, but if you are not a biological female, you do not get to leave an opinion. I don't want to hear it. Just shut the fuck up and deal with it. Okay? Okay. What I want to do first, before we really dive down deep into all of this, is put out my opinion on where I stand. So I am neither pro-life or pro-choice. Okay? I'm in the middle. I believe that the unborn child has a right to live, but I also believe that the female has a right to do what she wants with her own body. And I know a lot of pro-lifers and pro-choicers are gonna be like, you can't be in the middle, it's one or the other. It's not just one or the other. There's a category that's in the middle now, and I'm there. First, I wanna share on why the unborn child has a right to live, and then I'm gonna share why a woman should have a right to getting an abortion. Let's do it. So first of all, at conception, when the sperm fertilizes the egg inside of the uterine tube, life does not start there because it's just a cluster of cells. It doesn't have a heartbeat, doesn't have a brain, isn't breathing, none of that. So at 5 weeks gestation is when the embryo shows its first sign of life, and that is having a heartbeat. Now, the heart does not fully develop until like 10, 12 weeks, but it still has a heartbeat at 5 weeks, which shows that it is alive. And in my opinion, in my beliefs, I personally believe that that's when your soul descends down from heaven and into the womb. So you are on earth somewhat because you're inside your mother, but you get what I'm saying. So now that we know that the unborn child's life begins at 5 weeks, we know that it is a living thing. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people pissed off at this, especially the liberals. Getting an abortion at or after 5 weeks is murder. Getting one before, just for the reason of not wanting the child, is fine because you're not killing anything. But at 5 weeks or after, getting an abortion just because you don't want it, that's murder. You should have been using triple protection, not just one, because protection can fail. So have your partner wear a condom and pull out while you either have an IUD or take birth control. Triple protection means no baby. If you don't want to get pregnant, just use extra protection. It's not that hard. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but it's her body, it's her choice. You are 100% correct. It is her choice. But why does that fetus's life have any less value than hers? Is it just because it's smaller and it's not able to live on its own? Because if that's the reason, then that's pretty fucked up. So if you don't want it, put it up for adoption, okay? If you don't know what Roe v. Wade is, it was a court case in the 1970s where women were fighting for their reproductive rights. And it became constitutionally protected in the 1970s. But in 2022, they overturned it, and it is no longer constitutionally protected, which is terrifying. Okay, now we're going to be talking about the situations that abortion should be allowed. Number one, the female is, and it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, any of that. It is a very traumatic situation for the individual, for the victim, because it's literally someone forcing themselves upon you against your will. Forcing the victim to have a baby that she conceived during a traumatic situation is traumatic for her. And that baby will probably not have a good maternal relationship, which can fuck them up badly. And if the victim's child grows older and finds out how they were conceived, they're going to feel guilty. A lot of them feel guilty for their father's actions when it wasn't their fault. And a lot of them even themselves, which is really sad. And nobody deserves to live with that guilt when they didn't do it. Now, if the victim wants to keep the baby, that's fine. Her body, her choice. Reason number 2, they cannot afford the baby. Let's say if you get pregnant on accident and you cannot financially raise a child. Babies are expensive. You need to buy diapers, you need to make them a room, you need to get a changing table, you gotta get bottles, you gotta get a crib, you gotta get blankets, you gotta get binkies, you gotta get stuffed animals, you gotta get clothes, you gotta get all this stuff. And I mean, it's the 2020s. Everything is expensive these days. If they can't afford the baby, nobody's gonna be able to raise it properly, and it's probably gonna have a bad life. Reason number 3, the developing unborn child has a condition that could kill them as a child when they're born. If their chances of survival are all English, motherfucker. If their chances of survival are already slim, giving birth to that child who's not going to most likely not survive is inhumane. Reason number 5, the mother is at risk. And I know people are like, well, then just do a C-section. What if she can't afford it? They're still going to make you pay for it, even if it's an emergency C-section. That's how greedy people are these days. That's how this health care system works. They're going to make you pay, even if it's an emergency. And so if she can't afford it, she's going to die either way, because she can't afford a C-section and they won't let her get an abortion. So they're just going to let her die. So now that I got all of that done, out of the way, here is what the federal government should do. Make abortion legal in all 50 states until 5 weeks. Have the only exception to getting one being those 5 reasons. Thank you guys for watching my video. And if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like by punching the like button right in the face. And I really appreciate it if you smash the red subscribe button and ding the notification bell to become part of the family. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. Bye.